David Bryant's family and friends. Coach Bryant went to heaven on August 9th after battling COVID for a short period of time. Alton High School freshman Luke Spinney finished radiation in his home for a month before going back to St. Jude for chemo. Pray for weight gain as he prepares for the chemo. Dana Nectatal, airline teacher, battling cancer. Mary Denman, our retirement specialist in the central office, is also battling cancer. Jill Cofen, Plaindale High School assistant principal, continues her battle with cancer. Voted high school SRO Ryan Stearns has been hospitalized with COVID. Bossier Sheriff Deputy Chris Blaylock, he's the husband of Benton High School para Mindy Blaylock. He's been hospitalized with COVID. Also, Coach Bob Brotherton, Billy Joe Brotherton's husband, still having complications from surgery and infection that they're dealing with right now. And as always, those have been impacted directly and indirectly by COVID.
We bow your head. Father God, we just come to you tonight and just thank you for all our many blessings, Lord. We just put everything in your hands, Lord. Lord, we just want to come to you tonight and ask that you put your comfort in Coach Bryant, that's now with you and his family, Lord, as they go through this time. Lord, I just want to pray for weight gain for Luke. Lord, as he goes into this difficult time of treatment, Lord, we just ask that you give him the strength and his family the strength that they need to get through this time. We want to pray for Miss Dana, Miss Mary, Miss Jill, as they battle cancer, Lord. We just ask that you give their physicians just the answers to heal their body, Lord. We ask that you give their families the strength to encourage them each and every day. Lord, we want to pray for Mr. Stearns, Mr. Blaylock, as they battle COVID, Lord. We just ask that you continue to look over them, to give their nurses and doctors what they need in order to help heal their body. And Lord, we just want to pray for Coach Bob as he goes through his health situation. We want to pray for strength for Miss Billy Joe as she's there by his side to help him get through it, Lord. We just ask that you look over this meeting as we go through our business, Lord. We just ask that you do all things to glorify you. And we ask all these things in your dear precious name. Amen.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Motion passes. 1.03, approval of the agenda for the regular session of the board for August 19th, 2021. Moved by Mr. Buller, second by Mr. Dean. Please vote. Item 2.01, recognition, Bossier Parish School, good news, presented by Sonia Bales, Public Relations Liaison.
Good evening, President Smith, to all of our school board members, Superintendent Downey, our Bossier Schools family, and community members. You know, although the school year is now officially underway, we would be remiss if we did not take a step back in a moment to recognize many of our students and employees' achievements over the last few months. Beginning, first of all, with Airline High School senior Alex Gibson. Alex, could I ask you to please come join me at the podium? There it is. Last year, Alex did what few, if any, before him have done. Now remember, he's a senior this year. Last year, though, he was a junior, and he was dually enrolled at Bossier Parish Community College and part of the BPSB debate team. In fact, Alex served as the team captain for the Bixie team, and he ended up leading his team to win the Community College National Championship. It doesn't end there, though. In fact, it gets even better, I would say, because Alex was also recognized by the International Public Debate Association at that national championship tournament as the second-ranked varsity team intercollegiate debater in the nation. Just to kind of put that into perspective for you, nationally, less than 0.1% of intercollegiate debaters are dual-enrolled high school students. So that is huge. And as his Bixie debate team coach, Preston Langley, points out, while juniors and seniors often dominate the national top 25, we're talking about college juniors and seniors, not high school juniors and seniors. So we are thrilled for his success and can't wait to see what's in store this next year. And on behalf of Bossier Schools and sponsor Caldwell Banker Gosley, we have something for you. It is our honor to bestow this award of excellence on you, this medallion for the passion, the perseverance, and also the pride that you've displayed in the world of intercollegiate debate. And like I said, we only know that you have just barely scratched the surface, and so we were very excited to see what this next year brings. So, Alex Gibson, congratulations to you, second intercollegiate debater in the nation. That is next year you have to give a speech. Thank you for being here. And more accolades now for two of our cyber teams. Will the Houghton and the Parkway Cyber Patriot teams please come forward along with their coaches, Master Sergeant Bob O'Brien and Colonel Tony Zucco. So at the end of the school year, these two teams competed in the All-Service Division for ROTC in the Air Force Association's National Youth Cyber Defense Competition. And this cyber contest challenges teams to find and resolve cybersecurity vulnerabilities in simulated environments through a series of online competition rounds. More than 4,800 teams competed across the nation, 54 of them from Louisiana. We are proud to announce that Parkway Cyber Patriot Team won state by placing at the platinum level of the competition. And then our Houghton Cyber Patriots placed first, second, and third in the state gold tier category. So let's give them all a big round. So let's introduce you to the team, starting with Parkway, and if you don't mind raising your hand when I call your name. Tonight we have with us Charles Davenport III, not here, Henry Conradi, there he is, Brian Rodriguez, Christian Orozco, Jacob Robertson, no, and then of course we also want to recognize Colonel Tony Zucco. Well, Master Sergeant Bob O'Brien from Parkway. I got that flip-flop. And then from Houghton we have Commander Caleb Mahoney. We have Deputy Commander David Farmer. Nope. We have Ernesto Auerbach, Tanner Farquhar, and Riley Parson. And then we have, of course, Colonel Tony Zucco. Did I leave anybody out? Price? Lindsay. And Price Lindsay. Let's give them a big round of Well, we are very excited for all of you, and in recognition of the achievement that you made, the job very well done, it's our privilege to award each of them also with the Award of Excellence Medallion. Cyber Patriot, by the way, was created by the Air Force Association's National Youth Cyber Education Program. program with a purpose of inspiring our K-12 students to pursue those very necessary careers in cybersecurity or other science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, or STEM disciplines that are so critical to our nation's future and that we certainly emphasize here at Bossier Schools. Please join me one more time in a round of applause. Thank you so much for being here. Congratulations again. And speaking of STEM, again, science, technology, engineering, and math, we have more students to applaud. Will the Parkway High School Starbase team come join me at the podium? Costume change, wardrobe change. So these students are members of Parkway's Starbase Rocketry team that soared to new heights over the summer. They qualified for the National Rocketry Challenge and advanced to the national finals of the world's largest rocket contest, the American Rocketry Challenge. Now, the team was one of 615 other teams from across the nation, as well as the U.S. Virgin Islands, that traveled to Austin, Texas, to compete for the title of national champion. And this year's challenge was to design, build, and launch a model rocket that, get this, carried a raw egg to an altitude of 800 feet, stayed airborne for 40 to 43 seconds, and then they had to return the rocket to the ground safely with the raw egg intact. That's a difficult mission, difficult challenge for sure. But Parkway made a most impressive finish, ending up in the top 10% of all contestants, all 615 teams. Let's give them a big round of applause. So let's meet the team. Anna Anderson. We have Ayla Purdy. We have Kelsey Colbert. We have Nick Hollis. And again, we have Christian Roscoe. We also have Parkway's team coach, Eric Clinton. And attending from Starbase, we have Deputy Director Richard Scott. We have Instructor Casey Hinton, Instructor Tracy Kennedy, and Executive Director Lori Ilgenfred. So we have had a long-time partnership with Starbase. It's located on Barksdale Air Force Base, and Starbase has sponsored a team at Parkway since 2017, but this was the first year that our area was represented at the national finals, and Parkway did it. Awesome job. They represented Bossier Schools so well as Parkway and Starbase, and so we are proud to award each of you tonight with our Award of Excellence. Now, the American Rocketry Challenge is the aerospace and defense industry's flagship program, again designed to encourage students to pursue careers in science, technology, engineering, and math. Well done. Congratulations again. So let's keep rolling with the Parkway theme. I know our board member, Dennis Bamberg, is loving this. She describes herself as a passionate advocate for volunteering and kindness, and we could not agree more. Please welcome 7-time winner of the President's Volunteer Service Award and now the award recipient of the President's Volunteer Service Lifetime Achievement Award, Brianna Cooley. And when I say the President's Award, I do mean the United States of America's Presidential Award. Brianna's heart truly revolves around serving others, try this on for size. In the last 8 years, she has volunteered a combined 4,000 plus hours. 4,000 hours in 8 years. And this exemplary Parkway High School junior is a problem solver who addresses issues when she sees them, finds a solution, particularly when it comes to initiatives involving our military children. And as a military child herself, Brianna founded Little Warriors Kindness Crew, which promotes mentoring of young students to find their purpose through service to others. She's also the president of Parkway's student-to-student organization. She was heavily involved in Giving Tuesday Military, in which she helped lead the effort to log 1 million acts of kindness by harnessing social media to motivate volunteers, and she has always got more irons in the fire. She's currently working at the state level to promote military child inclusion at every school in Louisiana, and she's working to establish a United Through Reading Center outside the gate of Barksdale Air Force Base for military families. Ask her, though, why she does all of this, and she will tell you it is never about her, but rather her desire to help young people discover their purpose, their passion, through serving others. She is outstanding. And while it may not carry the same weight literally and figuratively, because the medal she received from the president is mighty large and heavy, I must say, it is a privilege for Bossier Schools and also Caldwell Banker Gosley to present Brianna with our Award of Excellence medallion. She is truly the epitome of what this award represents, the passion, the perseverance, and the pride in what she does every day by serving others. Now, Brianna also caught the attention of the Bossier Parish Police Jury. She was recognized at their meeting yesterday afternoon, and she also has gained the admiration of U.S. Congressman Mike Johnson. And tonight, his legislative liaison, Pam Graw, is with us to present Brianna with a commendation. Please welcome Ms. Graw.
Thank you, Sonia, and thank you, Board and Superintendent Downey, for allowing me to do this on behalf of Congressman Johnson. This reads, Certificate of Congressional Recognition from Congressman Mike Johnson presented to Brianna Cooley upon receiving the President's Lifetime Achievement Award. Congressman Mike Johnson is very proud of you, so I wanted to present this to you from him. Thank you.
One more thing for your shadow box. I think, Mom, this is going to end up taking up the whole wall. Congratulations. Thank you for your heart of service. And she only keeps on. She's a junior this year. She has 2 more years of serving others within the Bossier school system and in our community. We now shift the spotlight to our employees, one currently with us and one who recently retired. You know, everyone has a favorite teacher that made an indelible impression, though oftentimes we don't fully appreciate their investment in us until we become adults. Well, Babe Lewis is one of those teachers. She started teaching in 1989 at T.L. Rhodes Elementary, and then she moved to Sun City in 1992, where she taught 3rd grade until she quietly retired this past spring. Sarah Halfin says that her favorite memory, and that of many of her former students, is Mrs. Lewis's annual class pumpkin carving, in which students even came to help in their adult years. That speaks volumes. Well, not wanting Mrs. Lewis's 33 years in the system to go without special recognition, including one of our own school board members, Dennis Bamberg, many Sun City Elementary alums got together and they had a resolution passed in the Louisiana House of Representatives to recognize Mrs. Lewis's year of service. So will you please help me welcome Amanda Nottingham. She is Representative Dodie Horton's legislative assistant, and also Sarah, if you would join us as well.
Thank y'all so much for allowing resolution to commend Ellen Babe Lewis on the occasion of her retirement from the Bossier Parish school system. Whereas Ellen was born in Winfield, Kansas, but she has spent the majority of her life in Bossier City, Louisiana. She's a 1978 graduate of Udall High School in Udall, Kansas, and received a bachelor's degree from Louisiana State University, Shreveport. And whereas Ms. Lewis began her teaching career in 1989 at T.L. Rhodes Elementary School, in 1992, she transferred to Sun City Elementary School to teach 3rd grade. And whereas Ms. Lewis taught in the Bossier Parish school system for 32 years and retired in May 2021, she was well known for carving pumpkins with her class each year, and her former students regularly joined her class to help with the activity. And whereas Ellen is a very involved member of the Bossier Parish community, she volunteers with Sleep in Heavenly Peace and Meals on Wheels, and she served on the Education Council at First United Methodist Church of Bossier City. And whereas Ms. Lewis has been married to Charles Ridgely Lewis III since April 18, 1993, and they have 2 daughters, Kayla Lewis Wyndham and Kendall Lewis. She also has 1 granddaughter, Lila Wyndham. And whereas Ellen Babe Lewis is most deserving of recognition for more than 3 decades of dedication to the education of Louisiana's children, therefore, be it resolved that the House of Representatives of the Louisiana Legislature does hereby commend Ellen Babe Lewis on the occasion of her retirement from the Bossier Parish school system, and does hereby extend sincere hopes that she enjoy a comfortable and fulfilling retirement.
She had no idea she was here for this reason tonight. She thinks that she was here to support someone else who was being recognized as part of Sleep in Heavenly Peace. But congratulations to you. I know it's a big surprise. And I believe that one of our school board members, Mr. Bamberg, wants to make a few remarks.
I just want you to know I was no part of the lie to get you here tonight. So I know there's a lot of people in your life that you didn't think would lie to you, but they did tonight to get you here. It was a pretty entertaining seat from where I was at, because I'm watching you and I'm seeing your family just pile in, and loved ones and people pile in that were hidden away in a room over there that's been here since 5:30. So I've never got to have you as a teacher, but I've heard so much stuff about you.
I'm not that old.
Well, I have to say her. Sandra was my kindergarten teacher. And Christy, she was my high school teacher for me. So, no, but it made me want to go back, because there's special teachers that make a mark on children's lives that just lasts forever. And you're one of those people in South Bossier that have done that over and over and over with your students. And your family's a big part of what we do down there in South Bossier, and just a special teacher and a special family. So very well deserved. And Sarah, thanks for letting me be a small part of it. All I did was kind of connect some people together and find out what the height. She already had the height spot when she got here. I think that was the only thing I was supposed to do. But Sarah had it scoped out when I got here. So congratulations. You are what this system should be about every day. Thank you.
Our school board members will remember meeting Corey Craig, who is the director of the Benton Intermediate School Band, and she also won the Gold Star Award last year. Well, we have an exciting update, and we ask that Ms. Craig come forward. You may remember her story. She has been profiled in several places, several publications and television stations since learning about Ms. Craig's story. Her love for music began in middle school when she was in foster care, and she was shuffled from family to family, and music became her escape, and that experience was life-changing for her, going from a failing student to an A student. And it was during her 7th grade year that Mrs. Craig vowed that one day she because she wanted to be able to help give others the same outlet that she'd been given. Well, she fulfilled that promise to herself, and she is living her dream, and we're so lucky that she's doing that here in Bossier Parish. Well, fast forward, and at the beginning of this summer, right when school let out, a letter arrived. Mrs. Craig learned that she is among the quarterfinalists chosen for the 2022 Grammy Music Educator Award presented by the Recording Academy and the Grammy Museum. So the Music Educator Award recognizes current educators who have made a significant and lasting contribution to the field of music education, and who also demonstrate a commitment to the broader cause of maintaining music education in schools. I don't think anyone's story could be more compelling than yours. Semi-finalists and finalists for the Music Educator Award are going to be announced next month. We're very excited about that, and all of them will be receiving honorariums and matching school grants. The 8th annual honoree and winner of the Music Educator Award will then be attending the 64th annual Grammy Awards in Los Angeles and participate in Grammy Week activities. We are so excited for Ms. Craig. We want to wish her luck as she nears the final round as a Grammy Music Educator quarterfinalist, and also commend you again with the Award of Excellence. She's already a winner, y'all, and I'm telling you who also is the winner is every student that is in her class, because she has truly blessed them also with a love of music and what she pours into them every day. So congratulations again to Corey Craig. We are pulling for you. Can't wait to hear that you have won the Music Educator Award and that you are headed to the Grammys. Congratulations, and that concludes my report.
This time our recognitions are over, so I know that y'all may have more exciting things to do with the business of Bossier Parish School Board, so I'll give you a few minutes to exit if you would like. If not, you're welcome to stay.
Thank you, President Smith, Mr. Downey, members of the board. We come to you annually to seek approval for our 2021-2022 Program of Professional Personnel Evaluation. This is the document that is aligned with Bessie's Bulletin 130 each year. It was updated in the spring. We also update job descriptions as they change over time, and this document's over 200 pages. I hope that you read all those pages, but we ask that you approve that for the new year so that we can resume evaluating our teachers. The biggest change is last year we only had to do one observation of teachers, and now we go back to the pre-pandemic evaluation of at least 2 observations each year. That's the big change in how we will evaluate our teachers this year.
So moved. Have a motion by Ms. Darby, second by Mr. Wiggins, please vote. Motion approved. Thank you, Ms. Moore. 3.02, report, announcement of intent to levy ad valorem property tax millages for 2021, presented by Nisha Bamberg, CFO.
Good evening, President Smith, Superintendent Downey, and members of the board. Thank y'all for letting me come tonight. This is just an announcement tonight that we intend to ask approval for the millages, to set the millages for the Bossier Parish School Board at the September 2nd meeting. And so I have provided y'all a copy of the 2021 assessed values as well as a copy of the 2020 assessed values. That way you can see the difference there. As you'll see, property values did increase again this year. And so we have projected an increase in our collections for ad valorems. But the September meeting will bring the actual proposed millages back to the board and request your approval. Thank you.
3.03, request permission to issue solicitations for the E-rate Category 1 Internet and WAN services, presented by Carrie Douglas, Chief Procurement Officer.
Thank you. Good evening, Madam President, Superintendent Downey, members of the board. Our current internet and WAN contracts expire this June, so we're asking for permission to issue a new solicitation for those services.
By Mr. Bamberg, second by Mr. Wiggins, please vote. Motion passes. 3.04, request permission to issue solicitations, purchase of propane gas.
Our current propane gas contract has expired, so we're going to issue a new, we'd like permission to issue a new solicitation for propane, and this propane will be used to fund our new propane buses that we bought last year.
Motion by Mr. Bass, second by Mr. Bullard, please vote. Motion passes. 3.05, request permission to issue solicitations, bath tissue, and paper towels.
In 2017, we issued a 5-year contract that's set to expire this spring. So I'd like to go ahead and issue a new solicitation for those commodities that are used throughout the district.
Motion by Ms. Darby, second by Mr. Bass, please vote. Motion approved. 3.06, request approval of solicitation award W.T. Lewis Elementary roof repair bid number 2129.
This past Tuesday, we took bids for the hail damage repair to W.T. Lewis. They did stuff with last April, 2020 actually. We received 4 bids, and we're recommending that award of the base plus both alternates be made to Brazos Industries.
March. We have a motion to approve. Motion by Mr. Bamberg, motion by Mr. Bamberg, second by Mr. Bobcat. Question, Mr. Bullard?
Have these were reviewed by our project manager,
Yes, sir.
and they're okay. This is a huge disparity.
I also spoke with Mr. Atkins from Brazos Industries yesterday and today, and he's very confident in his bid, and he trusts to stand behind it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Superintendent Downey?
What can you attribute to the huge difference?
Bidder number one, my understanding, is an out-of-state firm, and my guess is they just, threw a big number at it, just in case someone else got disqualified, they might just come in and swoop in. I will tell you that the number from Brazos, $331,000, is just within a few $1,000s of the adjuster's original estimate. So that bodes well for it being a reasonable number.
Mr. Governor or Ms. Douglas, bid bond is included in this, so.
Yes.
Okay, so they can't do it for that, we're back up on the insurance company. Thank you so much.
More discussion? We have a motion and a second on the table, please vote. Mr. Williams? Motion passes. 3.07, request approval of solicitation award Apollo Elementary roof repair, bid number 2130.
We also took bids on Tuesday for the Apollo roof repair, hail damage. We did have 5 to 6 contractors show interest, but we did only receive 1 bid. And we are recommending that this single bidder be awarded the base bid plus all 3 alternates for the total award of $496,650.
Does that fit within with the insurance?
It is slightly over our current insurance I guess your evaluation came in at about $316,000. It is my understanding they're reevaluating because that figure is about a year old.
Okay.
Superintendent Downing, question?
Mr. Bino, is that one of the roofs that is being contested in terms of the amount?
Well, what's happening is, I talked to the adjuster today, and what he said was, he realizes that their estimate on Apollo's roof is old, it's over a year old, so they're gonna go back, he's getting permission to reevaluate their estimate, so he expects the number will come up because it will reflect current trends in the market. So once he gets that, we should know those numbers are gonna be pretty close to each other. They're about $50,000 off. If you look at and I sent him a long spreadsheet of the previous projects we did, roofing projects, and some were over, but some were well under. I mean, one project was $300,000 under their own estimate. So if you look at that, they're still doing well. What they've paid out so far, they're in good shape. So I don't expect any problem, but he wants to get that checked, and I should have an answer next week. But we didn't want to wait another 2 weeks to get going. We're trying to get as many of these going because of delays in getting some materials.
So they are reevaluating that as far as the year has passed, that they looked at that, because I know there's been several price increases.
Correct, yes.
Madam President, I want to urge Ms. Douglas as much as possible, not just this one, but all of these solicitations, use as much as possible local businesses, because it's true. The board likes to dance with one that brought you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Have a motion by Mr. Bamberg, second by Mr. Bothouse, please vote. Motion passes. Thank you, Ms. Douglas. 3.0, request approval of trip request. Mr. Gallagher, are you sending that?
She's already in order, Madam President.
Have a motion?
So,
Motion by Mr. Bass, second by Mr. Wiggins, please vote. Motion passes. 4.01, announcements, superintendent's comment.
Ma'am, President Smith, the next regular session of the board will be September 2nd, 6 p.m. here at the Big Louisiana School Board Association Fall Trailblazer is scheduled for September 27th in Lake Charles. Let Ms. Carrier know if you want to register and attend. That concludes my announcement.
5.01, adjournment of the board.
It's time to go home. To this board, super. It's bad too long.
We have a motion by Mr. Slack, second by Mr. Wiggins.